On his way up the mountain to chop wood, he unexpectedly encountered a 3,000-pound wild boar. He thought he would become the boar at dinner. To his surprise, the boar had actually become wise. It even spoke and asked the boy for help. It turned out the hunters were chasing. The boar pleaded with the boy to say that. The kind-hearted boy agreed without a second thought, so he let it hide behind a big tree. Then the boy cleared the boar's grasp. To deceive the hunters, the boy rolled up a snowball and pushed the snowball down the mountain. Just then, the hunter also ran. He noticed the boar's footprints on the ground, so he did not suspect anything. He followed the tracks of the rolling snowball. When the boar saw that the crisis was averted, it thanked the boy after a moment, promising to repay the boy for saving its life. However, the boy did not care about the boar's repayment. He picked up the firewood and was about to head home. The wild boar saw how kind a man was, so it said it would find him a wife. The boy thought the wild boar was joking, but the wild boar urged the boy. He had to pass by the landlord's house on his way home. At that time, a wife would fall from the sky. The man was very skeptical after hearing this, but perhaps the boy had been single for too long. He strangely followed the wild boar's suggestion. At this time, he lit a small red heart and left a saying of good luck. May he become very rich and prosperous in the days to come. The boy on his way home, he doubted if he had lost his mind. He actually believed the wild boar's words. Unexpectedly, as he passed by the landlord's house, he discovered a frenzied yellow cow. It was randomly attacking the villagers, so he stopped to watch the commotion. Just as the boy was engrossed in watching, the yellow cow charged straight at him. Just when the villagers thought the boy was doomed, the yellow cow suddenly knelt before him. It was very well beefed, not moving at all. This greatly shocked the villagers who had gathered around. They all felt it was unbelievable, and the landlord, to thank the boy, invited him to his home to enjoy a feast, and was prepared to promise his daughter to him as a wife. The boy was immediately startled upon hearing this. He quickly waved his hand to indicate refusal. This made the servants outside puke that their young lady would surely not escape a disaster. It turned out that the landlord's daughter was as beautiful as Diao Chan, had caught the eye of the centipede spirit deep in the mountains. This was why the landlord wanted to marry his daughter, the boy. This way, she should escape the disaster. And the boy, who was standing nearby, listened, felt very reluctant in his heart. Out of his kindness, he decided to help the landlord's daughter. But as a mere mortal, he was certainly no match for the centipede spirit. So the boy went up the mountain to seek help from the wild boar spirit. The wild boar spirit was also aware of the boy's intentions. He told the boy, as long as the couple did not fall asleep on waiting them, they would be safe by the time dawn arrived. The boy thanked the wild boar spirit and then went down the mountain. When the next day arrived, the landlord held a grand wedding for his daughter. When it was time for the wedding night, the landlord sent many servants to patrol, but by the late night, the boy began to feel drowsy and unexpectedly fell asleep. Suddenly, a mist of confusion drifted in, knocking out all the guarding servants. Seeing this, the wild boar hurried to the door and called out. However, the boy was already deep in slumber. Just at that moment, a beam of golden light passed through the door and swept away the sleeping bride. At that moment, man also woke up. The wild boar quickly urged the boy to ride on him. So one person and one wild boar. They chased all the way to the centipede demon's lair. The wild boar arrived in front of a centipede demon's cave. It instructed the man to stick a chicken feather on his head. This way, he could become the boss of the centipede demon, and reminded the young man he must obtain the pre-pouches on the centipede demon's fan, because only then could he deal with the centipede demon. The young man, in order to save his weapon, steeled himself and walked towards the centipede demon's lair. The young man arrived at the door. He shouted the centipede demon's name mildly. The centipede demon heard the voice and came out. It then realized that it was the boss. It then respectfully invited the young man inside. The young man, having entered the room, asked the centipede demon to bring over a chess good. The young man thought he could easily win against the centipede demon. To his surprise, its chess skills were accepted. The boy kept losing. This made the centipede demon very happy, so he took out a fan. The boy stared closely at the three pouches. Unexpectedly, due to being too nervous, sweat kept dripping down from his forehead. The centipede demon mistakenly thought the big brother was swaying in heat, so he started fanning him. Unexpectedly, he knocked the feathers off the boy's head. Only then did the centipede demon realize that the person in front was an imposter. The big brother in front was disguised. The centipede demon immediately became furious. Meanwhile, the boy took advantage of the distraction to grab the pouches and quickly ran towards the outside of the house. Seeing this, the centipede demon hurriedly transformed back to its original form, then quickly chased after the boar, and the boy also hopped on the wild boar and ran away. However, the wild boar only had 4 legs, while the centipede demon had 100 legs. Soon, it caught up with the boy and the wild boar. The boy hurriedly threw out the yellow pouch. As a thick smoke spray, a large patch of thorns blocked the centipede spirit's path, but the centipede spirit was fully armored. It easily passed through the thorns. Soon he was chasing after him again, so the boy threw out his blue pouch again. The pouch immediately transformed into a vast ocean, but the centipede spirit was a skilled swimmer. It quickly swam to a shore, then it swiftly chased after that. When the boy saw the centipede spirit chasing him, he hurriedly threw out the last red pouch. It hit the centipede spirit's big mouth perfectly. Soon a great fire erupted in the centipede spirit's mouth. This caused the centipede spirit immense pain. Unexpectedly, when the centipede spirit struggled desperate, it accidentally fell off a cliff. In the end, with the help of the wild boar, the young man successfully eliminated the centipede demon. After thanking the wild bull, he went to the lair of the centipede demon. to bring back his wife. He also took away all the treasures that the Centipede demon neglected over 1,000 years, hacking them all up to take with him. As a result, the young man became rich overnight, not only becoming the richest man in a county, but also marrying a beautiful wife. From then on, the young man and his wife lived a blissful life without worries.